So, Prime Minister, thank you very much for accepting CCTV's interview. Chinese President Xi Jinping will have a state visit to the UK since October 19th. What's your expectation on his state visit?
Well, I think this is going to be a very important moment for British-Chinese relations, which are in a very good state, something of a golden era in our relationship. Trade is growing, investment is growing, the people-to-people contact is increasing, not least with 135,000 Chinese students studying here in Britain. But I think it's an opportunity to review all of those things, but also talk about how Britain and China can work together on some of the global issues, talking about climate change, tackling poverty, making sure that the world institutions like the United Nations are working for the benefit of the world. So I think it's a real opportunity to deepen our relationship, and I'm delighted that President Xi is spending so much time here in the United Kingdom.
Since you became the Prime Minister, you have encouraged many Chinese companies to invest in the UK. And now Britain has become one of the most popular destinations for Chinese companies. After several years, what kind of changes do you think a Chinese investment has brought to the UK society and economy?
Well, I think the change is of benefit to both our countries because Britain's one of the most open economies in the world. We encourage overseas investment, and China has is investing more in Britain than other European countries. And the change we will see is obviously the investment into our infrastructure, new Chinese companies employing people, creating wealth and jobs. But I think it's also a big win for China as well, having access to a country that is a leading member of the European Union and has so many other contacts and roles in the world. So I think we both benefit, and I think the benefit for Britain of being an open economy is that means that the best and the brightest companies are coming to invest here.
And China is undergoing economic transition. How do you look at the Chinese economic prospect? Do you think British business could still continue to benefit from Chinese economic growth?
Well, what we've seen in the last 10 years is actually a quadrupling of British exports to China, as the Chinese economy has been one of the drivers of world growth, and I think that will continue. China's growth has been remarkable. Obviously, there are issues at the moment that are being addressed in China, and I'm sure the growth will continue. So we can continue to have a situation that benefits both our countries, and I think that will continue.
How do you look at the RMB's internationalization process?
Well, I think this is one of the big developments taking place in the world economy today, that as the Chinese economy has shown such extraordinary growth, and as China has become such a major economic power in the world, obviously its currency and the internationalization of its currency is a big development for the world economy. And Britain wants to play a role in that, and I think we're the first place where there's been an overseas renminbi bond issued here in London. So I think there's big opportunities to the benefit of China as its currency becomes more internationally traded, but also to the benefit of Britain with our financial expertise and market expertise to help in this process.
Your government is the first Western government to join Asia Infrastructure Bank. How do you look at the rebukes from the US side, and how do you balance your relations with China and US?
Well, we have a very long-standing relationship with the United States of America, and that I think has got stronger since I've been Prime Minister and Barack Obama has been President. But we see no conflict with having that very special relationship, with wanting to be a strong partner for China as the Chinese economy continues to grow and China emerges as an enormous world power. The Asia Infrastructure Investment Bank, I think it is important to get involved in these institutions and help to shape these institutions, because Asia needs infrastructure investment. There'll be enormous benefits if that can be directed in the right way to the benefit of Asian countries. Now, Britain is a global trading nation. We're the fifth largest economy in the world. We've always had trading and investment relationships right around the world, including right across Asia. So being involved in the development of this important institution is clearly in our national interest, and I think will be to the benefit of the AIIB as well.
My last question. Now, there are many words to describe China-UK relations this year, like the big year, like the golden decade. What's your word?
Well, golden, I think, is one of the words I introduced, because I think this is a very special moment when you've got the relationship, the diplomatic relationship is so strong, the trading and investment relationship is so strong, the people-to-people relationship is strong. But the word I'd use today, I think, is opportunity, because I think the opportunities for Chinese investment into the United Kingdom are absolutely beneficial both to Britain and to China. I think the opportunity for British businesses to expand and grow in China. I think the opportunities for our young people to attend universities together and learn from each other, I think those are big opportunities. So the word I would use is opportunity, a strong relationship, but I think the best is yet to come.